Welcome to a very special episode of the Dublin Takedown Show. I'm Jason Holcomb, your host, and I'm joined right now with our 120-pound third-place finisher, Terrell Williams. Terrell, I'm very excited for you. What was it like when you secured third place this weekend?
It was a really hard challenge. 65 finish at the very end. Almost got took it down, but I
Persevered, I think is what you're trying. Yeah.
Persevered through my opponent. To lose my second round match against Chattanooga was very hard, but coach took me to the side. He told me, you know what you have to do, and I was like, okay, and I got to do it, and I did it.
That's awesome. So when you talk about wrestling, come up a little bit closer with me here. Is that way everybody can see you good? Because I want everybody to see who's going to be wrestling hard this week at the state championships, which will be taking place February 13th through the 15th at the Macon Coliseum. You have to go to GoFan and GHSA's page to be able to find the tickets. But buy the tickets, it's worth it. It's a very low price for an all-day tournament. And, of course, we are hoping that everybody's going to be making it to Saturday. That's when all the exciting stuff happens. But to make it to the state tournament right now, what does that mean to you?
Well, I'm excited right now. And it's been a long 4 years to never, ever made it to state ever in my 4 years. It's good.
Nothing wrong with being nervous and excited at the same time, because I get nervous for you guys every time you get on the mat, and then I get nervous I'm going to get somebody falling on me at some point because I'm always real close by. You guys get real aggressive. Now, at the 120 weight class, there's a lot of energy typically. You guys are taking lots of shots, and there's a lot of motion. What are you trying to do strategically to put yourself in position to get a pin?
Well, for me, I like wrestling from space. 120 is fast-paced. You got to be quick. You got to be knowledgeable. Everything you see in 120, it's not like heavyweight where you got to tie up throws. What I want to do is try to get a lot of turns. Most of the time, you probably won't get any pins at 120. So turns, anything, so I get points and win the match.
Well, we're excited for you, and we're excited to say that the Irish are going to have 4 wrestlers at the state finals. When we come back, we're going to be joined by our 126, Kai Young.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optum's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
Welcome back to the Dublin Takedown Show, a very special edition of the show. We're previewing the state finals. We just finished talking with Terrell Williams, our representative at 120, and now I'm here with Kai Young, who's going to be representing the Irish at 126. Kai, what kind of excitement went through your head when you realized, hey, I qualified for state?
I was just glad I made it. It was a great accomplishment. I've been working hard for it towards the whole season. I'm finally here.
Now, talk about that work. You know, we talk about work, but wrestling work is different kind of work. I know you participate in other athletics. Talk about the work in wrestling and how it's different.
Wrestling, the exercise is just intense. It's harder than every sport. I mean, it takes a different mindset to be a wrestler. That's just point blank, period.
Now, talk about that mindset, how you're able to use that mindset in other spots in your life, whether it be in class or at home or at work. How has that helped you?
Wrestling has built a mentality. It strengthened my mentality. Everywhere I go, I always believe I can do it just because of wrestling. They have instilled that to me, all my coaches, for sure. Now,
we're not wrestling until Thursday. What are you going to be doing ahead of there to be ready on Thursday when you hit the mat?
I would say not overeating, not be overweight. Practicing more for sure. Make sure I get everything that I missed down pat. And yeah, sure.
Well, that's exciting. We hope that everybody will come out and check you out and our other representatives. And when we come back, I'll have Dorian Carcamo as our other representative at 138 on the Dublin Takedown Show State Final Special.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optum's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
Welcome back to the Dublin Takedown Show Special. This is the State Final Special. We've been previewing our wrestlers that are going to be participating in this week's state tournament. We talked to 120 and 126. Now we're here with 138 Representative Dorian Carcamo. Had to get that right during the break. Dorian, making the state finals is no small feat. Talk about what went through your head last weekend when you said, I'm going to state.
No, I was just very excited, the opportunity. I've never made state before, so this being the first time, I was very excited, very glad I got to do this,
Now, being honest, as somebody who's watched you over the last couple of years progress, I feel like there was a different fire and energy about your wrestling this year. Tell me what inspired that, because it felt like you had just a whole different energy about you this year.
Last year at sectionals, I just missed out. I got 7th last year, and it was top 6 that went, so I was an alternate, and I didn't get to go to state. So just being one place away, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there this year. So.
And now, talk about what you've put into this season to get to this point. What sacrifices have you made, whether it's particular food you've cut away or, habits, whatever. What are the things that you've given up to make sure you could get to this point?
I've given up a lot of food, a lot of sweets, sugar, stuff like that. I mean, that wasn't really that much of a deal, but more of conditioning. I've been conditioning a lot of storm over the summer, throughout the season and all that, yeah.
And talk about what your mind and your focus is right now heading into this week.
I want to stay focused, stay poised, work on my craft, work on things that I need to work on, focus on the losses, focus on what I need to do to get better.
Fantastic. Well, as we said, the state finals will be taking place February 13th through the 15th at the Macon Coliseum. You can go online to GoFan to check out those tickets. We want to make sure you guys come and support the Irish because it's really worth it. There's a lot of intriguing storylines that always happen at these state finals, and we're hoping that Dorian can be one of those as well. When we get back, we'll be wrapping things up with our heavyweight right here on the Dublin Takedown Show, State Final Special.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optum's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
Welcome back to the Dublin Takedown Show, State Final Special. We've talked to our 120, 126, and 138 representatives, and now we're going to finish things off with our heavyweight who finished first place in sectionals last weekend. DeMarchio, talk to me about being first on our side in sectionals. That had to be an amazing accomplishment in your mind. What was going through your mind when that match finished?
When the match finished, I was tired because the dude I went against, it's hard to beat somebody 4 times. So me beating him for the 4th time, I really had to work at it. And when I finished it, I was excited but tired at the same time.
I know you had a match or two leading up to that were strong too against guys that were state championship caliber. I know the guy from Lamar County was somebody that you beat that was a really top wrestler. Talk about getting to that point to be able to wrestle for that first place opportunity.
Getting to that point, I was a little nervous, but my coach talked me through it, and I just wrestled my heart out wrestling them. And I tried not to get in bad positions, and I won the match wrestling like I was supposed to. So.
Now, of course, heading into these state championships, anything can happen, so you don't want to take anything for granted, but what are you trying to do this week to keep that poise and focus to hopefully make a run to Saturday?
Take one man at a time, get to the finals, and just keep working, I guess.
Yeah, keep working is a term that happens a lot in this wrestling room. And what would you want to tell everybody if they haven't had a chance to come out and see the Irish this year, why they should make this their first time?
You should definitely make this your first time. It's exciting it's pretty exciting. I really like it, but just come watch. You'll like it.
It's worth the time. I can promise you that. There's no energy like the wrestling tournament energy. And I hope you guys will check it out. It'll be at the Macon Coliseum February 13th through the 15th. You can buy your tickets at GoFan. Just come check us out. We'll be making sure to post updates across the day if you're not able to make it. But the hope is you'll fill up the stands and there'll be a lot of green and gold to cheer on DeMarchio and our other 3 representatives. This has been the Dublin Takedown Show State Final Special.